Well, a good Wednesday to everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan, and we are back on the Citadel, playing in the area of West Hill where it's raining and daytime, which means I can't do anything about that right now. But we're going to be working on this tower that you can just see the roof of over here. We started that on the weekend, and we're going to pick up where we left off. My inventory is still full of stuff from last time, so we're just going to keep on keeping on. I'm not a cat. Cosmic Dancer, good to see you. Kel Birdie, I see that you found your way into the Discord. That's fantastic. Happy to have you. And good to see you back here. Dan, of course, is here to boss people around. I mean, hang out and welcome folks. And of course, Ping the Net is chilling in the chat as well. All right, let's go out in the rain, which is fitting because it's kind of gray and rainy here in Dartmouth today too. And we'll take a look at where we left off with this tower. So that's the base of it as you come around the corner. It is, it's going to be quite visible. I am still a little concerned that it's the same height as the tower over here. There are 2 blocks in difference, but it's hard to really see that difference. One thing we have to change is the staircase, so we have to fix that. And I'm okay with this. I think I'm going to maybe pull this part down a bit there and connect it lower down so that it feels like it goes right down over top of this cliff as opposed to sitting on top of it. I want to kind of overlap it a bit. And then as we look at it from other angles, you'll see we'll want to maybe change the height of it. Ethan, Joel, I'm loving this Bond Chunks. Hoping you continue it. Hey, look, it's been almost 5 years. We have no plans to stop anytime soon. It's a major part of my job. So as long as people want the Sponge Chunks, I will continue to do it. Johnny and I will continue to pump it out. It's a great way to hang out with Johnny too. It's a great way to keep friendships going when you're hanging out with somebody once a week doing a show. And I'm doing well today, thanks. Had a nice visit with my folks. And edited a podcast, which will be published later. I was supposed to publish it before I started the stream, but it got to the point where I needed to start the stream, and the show was edited, but I haven't published it yet. It's pre-published, but I need to like hit the actual publish button and do all the Twitter and Instagram stuff. So that'll happen later today. So they don't read as the same height from here. And something I was talking with Cosmic Dancer about in between streams, just earlier today actually, was potentially turning that into a bell tower. So rather than having it be an enclosed space like this, I think it would be neat if we had a bell, an open bell in there. And I got the idea from having this open space in the framed roof and having the scaffolding in there that has a bit of a yellow touch to it. So if we put like a Minecraft bell in there, we might be able to hook it up to redstone. We may also be able to hook it up to having like a separate bell attached to redstone, or maybe even a note block system that would chime a little music, which would be kind of cool. Could have that go off at certain times of day. And the other idea I had, not that I really want more work around the city, but we could put a couple of these. There's one there. We could include one in the keep down here. So if I fly around here, we could maybe add a tower, add a bell tower to the back of this somewhere, or up in this section. We definitely have space for it. I could turn this into a bell tower. Like we could do a little bit more with this kind of stuff, and then have another one over here somewhere. I don't know about this side. This is the most challenging side to put something because we don't have a lot of room. But we could potentially turn this into something bigger. Or we could just change the top of it so it's not just a roof and have the top go up by 5 or 6 blocks, and then include like this kind of a section right there between here and the top, and then there could be a bell there. So if each entrance or each north, south, east, and west had a bell tower, I mean, we could just turn this into the bell tower. I will leave this as it is. I wouldn't change it, but I would maybe add a bell tower to it. I'm pretty sure we can get up inside here. Hold on. see how far I can get up inside this building. I'm pretty sure that I have it all staircased or laddered or something. I know we can go up this way. That gets us up to here. There's a set of stairs somewhere that goes up to the next level. And then from here... No, I guess it's just for show. I guess we don't actually have a way up there. Oh, there it is there. There is a ladder to kind of like fake get up to the top of it. I thought there was a way up there, but maybe not. FOV is a little bit tight from taking screenshots. Hey, look, the rain stopped. And I need more rockets. All right. Thanks, Cosmic. Thanks, Ping. Yeah, I think it's a fun idea. A lot of people in the chat seem to be on board with it. Also, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I do not like it, so we'll have to figure out what's happening there. I don't really want to expand the road because it means getting into changing some of these trees that I'm quite happy with, but I guess first things first, we do have some deep slate on us, so we can start to pick at this a little bit. I don't know how far down I want this to go. Probably right to there. We can always overlap the cliff a little bit and make the cliff a little bit bigger. Yeah, like I feel like if we started here, coming in with stuff like that. Need more stone. Hey, look, free stuff. Who needs a squid farm when all you have to do is build by a river for 2 years? I don't think any of this ink in here was from the farm. I think this has all been collected over a couple of years just hanging out near a river. Isn't that crazy? I like a chat that brings cookies. I like a real person that brings cookies too, just to be clear. Yeah, so here I think we might be able to push this out a little bit. And make it kind of look like the cliff is part of the tower. We'll of course replace these bits here. And I was thinking we might be able to do something with walls, maybe? Don't know. I liked the idea of these kind of spokes hanging off the side, so maybe we have to dial that back a bit here. Be challenging unless I can stand somewhere. I like that higher better. Hmm. We'd probably want to fill those out a little bit at the bottom. I was hoping to make them thicker. What if I remove this one? Nope, that looked better. Blank Benji, hello, welcome in. I would kill for cookies. I'm going through a Christmas treat withdrawal. All of my Christmas goodies that were like in the freezer or given to me as gifts, all that kind of stuff, it's all gone now over the weekends. And like now it's like, instead of just having a nice treat whenever you want one, I have to like make something or buy something. And I try not to have too much around the house because otherwise I just end up eating it. I'm not a big candy chocolate guy, but baked goods, cookies, pies, things like that, puddings, not store-bought, but like homemade stuff. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. Yeah, that's a little bit tricky. We might have to come back to this. Oh, well, we can fix a couple things. Can I put scaffolding in water? Yes. Does anybody know what happens if you've got scaffolding? Can you put scaffolding on soul sand? Oh, I'm out of deep slate. Because that would be interesting to have like a water column full of scaffolding and soul sand. I don't know whether that would be good or bad. I wonder if you would be able to stop yourself halfway up. Deep slate. So I don't mind that kind of coming down and overlapping a bit. I think that looks okay. And we can maybe push that out here and there. But I like that, but then this side does not look very good. So I wonder if the solution is to try and mirror it a little bit. So take like 2 of these off. And then we could maybe bring that across with some stairs. Oh, that's not low enough. The battle with the elytra continues. That might be the best solution so far. I think maybe what it needs is to go back the other way. So we'll bring that down, but then take it up on this side. Maybe I'll fill this in too. And maybe we'll come back with some details. And I'm okay with it being a little asymmetrical. I just was hoping that those would feel sturdier. But we could also increase the size of them down here too. That helps them feel a little bit thicker. Do I have stairs? No. But when if we waterlog some stairs there, they could look good. Does your city have a banner or color theme? Ping the net. No, it doesn't. And I've been actually thinking about making a data pack that allows us to put banners horizontally, like a flag. Because then I would totally do that. At the very least, I want it to have a color, you know, like orange flags or white or something, you know? I kind of want it to have something. There's a few things I want to try to do this year, and one of them is to learn how to make a data pack myself, like actually understand the coding and stuff. Because there's a few things that I'd like to do in Minecraft, and they're just never done the way that I would do them. And so the solution is to do it yourself, plus you'd learn a new skill set, you know? Yeah, I think that works. We can even change the color if they wanted to be a little bit darker. We can come back and do that detail later. Unfortunately, we don't have mossy cobble. I think maybe we can push this out. What about putting that here instead? It feels a little bit better. And here we could try stairs. And then I think I wanted this kind of a thing. So we'll come back with texture, but like I think that's a good basic form. I think maybe we need to make sure that there's no just flat texture changes, but these all have to happen at like the right kind of height. Yeah, and then we'll add one on top of here. And we'll maybe make this something custom. Could cover that up with a bush or something. I love how this chat has meaningful discussions instead of just spamming random stuff. I'm not a cat. Thank you very much. Both a compliment to the people here, and I appreciate the compliment to the channel too, because I like to try and foster that kind of stuff. We don't really engage with people that just come in and like start randomly spewing stuff that's unrelated or trying to self-promote and all that kind of stuff. We don't get rude, but like they just get ignored, and so they don't hang around. So as a result, there's just more people here that are nice to chat with, you know, have something to say, I think is the main difference there. All right, I do have a bunch of spruce in my inventory, so I think the next thing I want to try to do is sort out the inside. So for those of you that are wondering, this is obviously not what I want. I don't want this to be across the door. I want it to sort of start here. So we have to rotate this around a bit to see what I can get. And I want to say it has to go almost 180 degrees. And if that's the case, when we get up to the top here, it's probably going to mean that we are facing a different direction. I really want to keep this kind of view, but I don't know what we can do here to change the way that this pans out. So if I'm coming down here, first of all, I guess we have to get rid of these. Just so it's easier to get down. So at some point along here, not sure why these are different. All right, so get down to here, and at some point in this span, we have to switch with a bit of a stop to get farther down. And so what if we start at the bottom? We have a little bit more room here. So if I just remove a little bit of this staircase, leave it from the top as best we can, but then utilize the extra space we have down here. I'm wondering if I can... It would change from being a spiral the entire way, but it might be able to be something we can use. Yeah, Jordan, I have that all enabled. The thing is, the problem is the floating on the surface with you don't exit flight mode in with Elytra on. It's a game design bug. It's got nothing to do with the traversal. We tried changing it before and it made it worse. All right, so if we come in here and I need to get to that platform, and I've got stairs that go up. That's a little soon, but it's not the end of the world. That's not high enough. But I have this space here. So I could go up here. And then up there. And then up here. We're almost there. Well, there we go. Wow. No, it took me like a long time to try to figure out how I was going to fix this in last stream, and I just did it in like a minute and a half. That's almost annoying. That's almost annoying. Yeah, and then we could just have solid blocks through here. So it'd be more like a spiral situation up to here, and then it just starts to go up from there. And if it is a bell tower, we could potentially have like a platform here maybe, where we could nope, not there. Have a chain that someone could pull to ring the bell. Although that's not gonna, we're not gonna be able to connect it very well at the top. We'll have to see how I can make it look at the top. But there is the possibility of running a chain down the middle. I've done that somewhere else. I think I did that in the tower for the mansion, did I not? It was one of these. Yeah, there's a light that hangs down here to spawn proof it. And there's a chain that goes up the entire the entire thing. What is it? Oh, it just attaches to the floor. So we would try to attach it to a bell somewhere up there. Or we could have several bells and have it just look like it attaches. All right, well, I'm happy that that fixes that. I guess the other issue that we have, I don't need the scaffolding anymore. Always dizzying making towers. I'm probably going to need it again for the roof, but we'll worry about that when it comes to it. That's all there. So then the floor in here, I guess, would just be probably stone bricks, at least for now. Easy to texture. But I don't need this part. I'm not sure where it makes the most sense to start it. I guess there. And then we can put either deep slate stairs or stone stairs to kind of support it. So like in places like this, we could have stuff like this. I think that's good. It's just visible from this bottom floor. It makes sense. Obviously, we'll have some more supports for the stairs. Like this would probably have that there. We could have a log supporting there, or we could have it supported. That's a slab, so we could have it like maybe attached to the wall somehow. That kind of a thing. And we can do that around until we get to the point where it looks like it's a sturdy situation. That's slabs. So like there. Stuff like that. That looks pretty good. But this feels very floaty right now, so we'll probably have to come up with something on this level, and this doesn't look very good. There we go. We'd have to probably come up with something here for the floor. Or just expand this. That's not bad. Not bad. We could maybe try to work in a little bit of extra texture here and there. We may end up just putting like a solid support beam there. What kind of data packs would I make? Yeah, the banner would be one. I'm trying to think about what other options. Oh, like having some sort of like cup and saucer situation would be cool. What was I catching on here? Guess that. It's not a smooth ride. I might get rid of these. Yeah, you kind of, yeah, almost hit your face on them. All right, well that solves that. So I'm no longer worried about the technical stuff. I guess it only looks like it's the same height as the tower when you're not on the ground. Like if you're flying. Right? It looks very similar in height. But it's farther back. But then when you're on the ground, your perspective, it looks much shorter. And we could maybe shave the top down a little bit. McScrewgunn subscribing at tier 1 for 21 months. McScrewgunn can legally drink whatever they want on the channel. Welcome in, McScrewgunn. Good to see you. Thanks very much for the support. For anybody in the chat that's wondering, if you want to support the channel, you can gain access to the Discord. Either by subscribing with tier 1 Prime on Twitch or via Patreon. And Patreon, it's only $2 US. So a little bit cheaper. Or a lot cheaper, I guess I should say, depending on what country you're from. Depends on your exchange. So yeah, for data packs, it would be something like, it would be very cool to be able to put like a banner on top of this and have it be flowing horizontal. I don't like the look of Minecraft banners made out of like full wool blocks. I think they look chunky and forced. And then the other thing would be, I don't know if I have anything in these houses. I certainly have stuff in the inn. So for example, the inn, it would be really nice to have like an actual cup instead of a flower pot, to be able to have, you know, this isn't even a data pack. This is something I could do in Minecraft with a custom map art or a texture pack where your maps, or your paintings rather, turn into usable things like hanging knives and spatulas or something on the wall. Whip does that with one of his texture packs. The paintings all have like more practical uses, because let's face it, most of the paintings in Minecraft are not the best. The default paintings, they're there because they're legacy, and for whatever reason, Mojang doesn't want to change them. But I find that they're dated and not useful. We've got a custom texture pack for the paintings in the modern city too. So it's not like it's something we haven't done before. All right, so I guess the next question is the spacing here. So there's going to be some block counting, and I guess we'll keep the red for now. That may change a little bit, because if we want it to be like an open bell tower, then that might change. I don't mind it though. I guess the only thing that would be different if we did an open bell tower would be there'd be a pillar here instead of there. Delara subscribing at tier 1 for 18 months, a year and a half. That's amazing. Thanks so much. Oh, reading the chat. Not watch where I'm flying. So if we decided to make this open, that's an overlap, I think, for the top. Yes, that's part of the roof overlapping. We could extend the roof a little bit. I mean, it would be easy enough to maybe increase the height a little bit just so that the bell could be seen. Because if we hang a bell from like this position, you wouldn't be able to see it, I don't think, from below. Do I have anything brightly colored? Not really. Let's just go see if I have a bell. Hunter555 using 300 bits to kick off a hype train. Hunter, thanks so much for the support. Thanks for the bits. You are now the train conductor. Really appreciate the support, folks. If you want to jump in there on the hype train, it's 100 bits, a tier 1 sub, or a prime sub. And I don't know if Twitch has any new emotes. They've kind of been... They don't really do much to support the hype trains anymore. It's just, you can now have, like, track your progress and your record for the highest hype train, but there's no real emote rewards anymore. I don't have a bell. That is surprising to me. Huh. Let's just go. I'm sure I got one out of the village. I wonder if I got one in storage here that I just knew I wasn't going to need it or use it. No. No, I guess I don't. I must have put it somewhere because there would have been in a village, something like that I tore down. We'll check in here just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's a no. Ah, gold helmet. I thought I saw something in here, but it was probably the gold helmet. It's all right. We'll make one. Is Hunter in charge of things? Mod fight. Nice. How do you even make a bell? Do I not have the recipe? I really wish our server wouldn't wipe our player histories when we upgrade. It's really tedious. Oh, you can't craft them. Maybe that's what it is. You have to steal them from nearby villages? Is that the deal? Let's find out. It's probably already been pilfered, but I can't remember. I don't think we put one in the church anywhere. One of the most useless smith trades. Oh, that's what it is. You can trade with them. I was like, I know there's a way to get them without building them, but you're right. Yeah, it's a trade with a villager. I'm sure we've probably stolen whatever bell might have been here. Oh, no, we have it. Look at that. It still has a bell. All right, peace out. Something I like about this area as a medieval zone is there's lots of other opportunities to do really cool stuff. There's lots of flat areas, and you could build like a mine over here. We could do all kinds of neat stuff. I'm not planning on coming back here for a while after I finish West Hill. I kind of want to move on to something else, but there's still lots of potential. Well, if you're new, that was a small tour of the medieval area. So if I had a beam going across here, that's the right height. We're not going to bash our head on it. I'm just curious as to whether you can see this from the ground. Not from here, you can't. Oh yeah, I think that's a decent height. I'd be tempted to put 4 of them. So we'd have to find a villager to trade with. Oh, it doesn't render in. That's annoying. Huh. It's like a chest. It doesn't render in from far away. Empty. You can see the stem. That's stupid. Random chest loot as well, Kelberty? Okay, cool. I haven't gone looting anywhere in a while. So we have to be close to the tower to even see it. And because of the angle, it's unlikely we're going to be able to see it before we get too far away. Unless I open the tower up a bit and have it not be so... Yeah, so here is why I would want, instead of 1 in the middle, I think I would put 4, so like 1 in each window, which would be fine. It doesn't have to be a single bell tower. The alternative is I could try to build a bell, but we don't have gold slabs or anything. I have to make it out of gold. We don't have it. The closest I guess I could be sandstone, maybe. What do we have for stairs? Nothing yellow, right? Sandstone. Could do copper. Yeah, right there. Boink. Bloop, 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 bloop. Darn it. It's annoying. But here you'd be able to see this one, but if we had it like 1 block closer, like right there, you'd be able to see that. And I think if we move them to the one side, they don't die from a berry bush, you'd be able to see it probably from over here, like right there. You'd see one right there. So that's a potential idea. And then one other thing we could try would be keeping this, but changing the layout a little bit. I guess we could do fence gates and stuff here, couldn't we? I mean, I'll do trapdoors for now. I'm just curious if this is going to look too open. Copper block with a chain hanging from it. There's a bunch of different things that we could do, yeah. We could try it. Do people use typewriters? Maybe stenographers in courtrooms, but it's probably a digital thing at this point. Although, maybe not, because digital means security problems, right? If it's a manual typewriter, and if people are fast enough on it, it's probably more secure. Well, I mean, it's definitely more secure because it removes anyone but the person typing from accessing it, right? You like the clicky clacky? Cosmic, do you have a custom keyboard? You should talk to Johnny. I know him and Kay were into the custom keyboards and stuff. A real one or a Lego one? Probably both, Hunter. Probably both. That Lego one that Johnny and Kay built was really cool. Oh, that's kind of ugly. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, it is a special kind of typewriter. You're right, Delar. It's a funny... can't remember what it's called, but it has a very special layout. Do we like that idea? I'm just going to put some gold blocks up there just to say, like, this looks like bells. As a placeholder. Got some gold blocks somewhere. Oh, that's meant to be a beacon. Let's not screw up our beacon math. We'll take from here. I need to find a way to get emeralds on the server now, too. Did we have a clay box? I thought we did. Just something yellow that's not going to disappear when we get far enough away from it. You know, I might even like we might have to make like an actual bell. Because if that looks really good from a distance, we may have to go with something manual. I kind of like that, you know. We might have to change the dimensions of that on the top. Although then it's going to look really funny. We'd have to do some work on the shape of it. Because it's very boxy. We do have the mangrove wood that's kind of red now. I do sort of like that. We'd have to do a little bit of sculpting, like I said. Yeah, like if we changed some of these into stairs and maybe made this top part actually be mangrove and then only have the pillars be terracotta. That really is fun, isn't it? It's just the size of the... If we have to have the opening be 3 wide because that's the only way you're going to be able to see the shape of the bell. It's really too bad we don't have anything stairs that are yellow. It's a problem with scale right now. Oh, that's not the way. Were you thinking about turning this into a bell tower before our conversation? No, it just kind of dawned on me while we were talking about it. So you're not going to be able to see anything until you get like into the square here. And even then, a little bit of a pop of color there. And maybe from back here. Oh, maybe. Well, maybe not. No, it goes behind the house. That's cool though. That's really clear. And actually it complements this nicely too. Well, I'd say that's probably a good, decent plan. So then working from the bottom up, we just have to decide how to do the spacing. I think I'm keeping the terracotta, but I feel like this needs to be longer and this brick part needs to be shorter. So we'll probably count out some space here. Make sure I've got the right amount of stuff. I've got that. Probably going to need more of those. So I've got cobbled, got stairs, got stone, and let's get some stone stairs. Having a little chuckle to yourself as the conversation sparked more work. Yeah, because if I have to do this a couple times, although designing something like this takes a lot longer than actually building it. So there is that. And let's go from, I guess, this level here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a couple blocks lower. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but this would push it to 8. No, that would be 7. So that'd be equal distance. I might want to take this down one further. This, unfortunately, is one of those things where you just have to test it. Thankfully, it's only a few blocks. I'll leave that there for now, just in case it looks good. Two blocks might be too much. It might only have to drop a block. I like this double thing here. I might layer that in the bottom. Because something I'd like to do would be connecting. I brought the wrong thing here. I'd like to have like a stair. That. Or a wall. Maybe a wall. Clock is ticking around the end of an hour. Time for break. Yes, it is indeed. Good call. Before I go back up the scaffolding and lose myself in design for the next 15 minutes. But yes, if you're new to the channel, I take a break once an hour. Really happy to see so many people here on a weekday. Great to see you. Good to hang out. But don't go anywhere. Grab yourself a drink or snack. I'm going to reheat my coffee, and I will be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. So this bottom part, I think I want to push to be a little bit more uneven. Thank you, everyone, for the welcome back. Yeah, so I said this was 7. And if I make that maybe 5, I think it's 6 now. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. If I make this 7. So hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 7 goes here. Take this out and put this in here. This is where I rain scaffolding down all over the place. Create a huge mess. We'll see what that looks like. I may want to take it back up by 1. I think I like the distance of 2 blocks between these. But the other thing I want to test is what this looks like with some spokes, because we could also lower this a little bit too. I'm just thinking that this would look cool either with these in the middle or on the sides. But first, I need to get rid of some of this. So for like support, we could do one of these. It's so hard when you've got so much stuff built up around it. That even might be a little bit too tall. How do I like my coffee? Black. I used to drink it with cream and sugar when I first started, or milk and sugar. But once you switch from crappy coffee to good coffee, you tend to learn to appreciate it black. And depending on the time of year, I will often be doing intermittent fasting. And it's easier to not have to worry about anything like that when you're having coffee in the morning. When I don't eat until noon, it's just easier to have black coffee. You don't have to worry about what you've put in it. Yeah, I like that. I just think I might want to pull it down a block. So that might actually involve dropping the side a bit. So we'll replace this with stair there. And maybe just shave this off. So it remains the same height, but we've just extended that a little bit. I think that's pretty good. And if we change those to stairs, it might actually not look so bad. It might be a good fit. Because the other thing we can do here is potentially have a slightly smaller bit here. What am I going to do with all this stuff? Maybe that's only going to be 1 high. Now what's behind here? Bricks, so we can do... And then same thing here. Now inside there, I should still be able to change this, I think. Oh, that was a stair, wasn't it? That was a stair. Yeah. Well, we could switch these to be stone stairs instead. I'm not sure how that would look. It's a little clearer with what's going on. Thank you, Cosmic, for being awesome. A plain toast person. That sounds monstrous. I at least have butter on my toast if it's really good bread. I don't know if I want to keep these as cobbled blackstone. I might, or deep slate. I might want to change them to be something else. Yeah, like I wonder if these walls would look good on the ends if this was all bricks. And then we could change that to either deep slate brick or regular brick, like stone brick. I think probably deep slate brick would be the best. I'm tempted to just change this into all brick and see what it looks like. See if I like that better. I know I was trying to have a variety of textures, but this might end up being better. We could still put a little bit of cobble in there as like a variation. What do we think? That or cobblestone? Or cobble deep slate? Vic loves games. Welcome in. I'm a little bit concerned that this looks exactly like the stone brick above, you know? Same pattern. So we're going to have to be careful. It is pretty dark. I wonder if we... This feels very similar. You do like the brick better? Yeah, I could mix it up a bit. Like I could like take out little chunks of this. And the other thing too is that we could work in some basalt too. We did that in here. Right? Basalt, cobble, Although the basalt tends to go better with the cobble. I could see that. Oh, totally, Kel. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some textures. There's going to be some cracked bricks and potentially some bushes and vines climbing up it and all kinds of stuff. Like we did the same thing here. I need to free up some space in my inventory. This is a little bit cluttered. So let's get rid of all the spruce and dark oak for now. And just to test it, I want to see what tile might look like. So yeah, then along here we could have maybe like cobble there, cobble there. Not too much, but just enough to kind of break it up a little bit. I think that helps it. And then here, I want to switch this. Deep slate. Now, the question that I have is, do I have any deep slate mini blocks? Because that would be very, very handy. No, looks better as deep slate. So, deep slate brick mini blocks. I try not to do this stuff on the exterior because you end up getting yourself into a whole world of, I wish I had this block, but if we can find some, this could be really cool. Basalt, blackstone. Polished deep slate. Oh, I've got one that's already ahead. Oh, cobbled deep slate. Polished, cobbled. No bricks. Just the regular stuff. Yeah, there are the deep slate ones. I just don't, I mean, because there's so many different versions, the chance of you being able to get them all just becomes improbable, right? Because of the chances. But what I'm thinking is, so that's already a player head. Do this. I'm going to try to be straight about it, so I don't want it to be off to the side or anything. That looks really cool. It would be better if it was bricks, but it's not the end of the world that it's not. Where did we do this? We just did this recently. I feel like we did it on... Oh, it was one of the tops of these things, wasn't it? It was up there somewhere. Or was it down the bottom? No. I don't, we did it recently. With andesite. Somewhere. Yeah, I got no idea where I did it, but I did it before. Yeah, it was on this build somewhere. Oh, there, the chimney. That's what it was. I was like, I know I saw it somewhere. Yeah, the chimney. The andesite mini block on top of a wall. All right, well, let's do this all the way around. And we'll figure the rest out later. I think that's probably the better choice. And then this gets cut down. I don't know that I mind the color difference. Oh no, that does look better. So yeah, we'll go around inside and we'll change all of these. Wonder if they would look good the other way. Yeah, I think I like them better sideways. Creates a little arch inside. Yep, much better. And that, of course, translates to the back of the stair being right there. Good stuff. I guess I don't need to be carrying around 3 stacks of scaffolding right now either. Seedwell, thanks for the follow. Mini blocks are very cool. They give quite a bit of freedom when building, but not make it feel un-Minecrafty. I agree, and that's why they're in. That's why I think they made them in vanilla tweaks, and I think that's why I liked. I added the pack here. I just felt it was a good mix. I gotta double check that we have the most recent version too. I don't know that we do. I thought I updated it with 1.19.3, but we'll see. Now, unfortunately, this is going to be a real pain, so we should probably just use regular blocks to scaffolding out here. Up there. worry about the texture later. Where is that? More free stuff. Squids are everywhere. Oh, I hear a skeleton somewhere. Hopefully not near my spot. No worries, Obu. Have a good one. Thanks for the lurk. That looks like it's all even, I think. So as far as just the geometry, forget the textures. I think that's a pretty solid bottom. I'm now not so sure about that second band up there. I'm curious about removing that and seeing what it looks like without it. Or at the very least changing it to stairs. So we've got scaffolding, stairs, walls. I may actually want to go get some different walls. Because something that we've done to great effect before is adding depth to towers by using walls. A really good example is over here. So these are regular bricks. This is andesite wall, and then it goes back to regular bricks, but it gives you just a little bit of relief along the edge, which is really cool. I did it again over there. And I don't know that I've done it over on this side. Doesn't look like it. These are a lot bigger structures, so it does not look like I've done it recently. Jordan, thanks so much for hanging out. Have a good one. Oops, I missed. I need my guests. So yeah, I'm not sure about this, but we could possibly, one way we could do it would be to have the stairs be upside down here, but then right side up there. Mike Ease, thanks for the follow. That sticks out really far. We could flip it and do the other way around. No! Scaffolding. My thought here is like this is where we would put the wall. I just don't like that the wall has like those triple pillars. Other than that, I think I like it. Maybe the thing to do is to skip the stairs on the top and maybe go with slabs and then just pull, make sure what's behind that is terracotta. I'm having a hard time seeing it from down below. I certainly like it better than this weird kind of half moon bit. Yeah, some textures will give you illusion of depth too, but like that's a no. I don't like that at all. That's too large of a difference horizontally for the scale of build. That's why I thought the walls would be a good addition. I do kind of like that. I like the band too, like the extra color. I wonder if we could, it might be good to do a dark band too. We could do one of the other walls. How many slabs? Let's see what it looks like with slabs. Keep on flying by these half-finished custom trees that I have to remember to finish later on. Slabos. And let's put, do I have the mangrove here? I don't. Let's just put you all in here for now. Probably Binky, thanks very much. Coming along. Oh, I don't know if I like the dark band. No. Clashes with the terracotta. But if we do slabs here instead, might cut down on the height a little bit. But then does it look like it's a good structure if we do that? Where's going to be a good vantage point? Probably this little tower here. We don't have to have them all be the same. We could have the middle one be a stair. I like that level better. But what we could do nope, that was a short flight. Can't see it from back here. That was dumb. All this work for something that you can only really see mostly close up. Yeah, like you really can't see it from anywhere. Nope. Like, wait. Is there any place we can see it? Oh. I think I like that. The combo of the stair and the slab. And that would mean that we could do... The reason why I want to do the slab is because it eliminates this weird stair in the corner that only goes one way. We can just leave these as slabs, and then they're not in a weird spot, right? Yeah. I think that looks good. I'm sold on that. Easy breezy. Oh, come on. Just get up here. What was underneath? Stairs was underneath? I really like how much we've built up this western bank. I think it's really starting to come together. Master Crunchy resubbing for tier 1. 18 months for you today too. Year and a half. Thanks very much. I might need to get on that extra sub badge. I think there's an 18-month sub badge now that I have access to, but I haven't designed one. I designed the sub badges all with the 12, like the 6 of them in mind, and then they added a whole bunch more, and I didn't have like a design hierarchy in mind for that many. So I've got to figure out what to do for all the in-betweens. And like what happens after Space Stone? Right? Like maybe I have to change the shape from a square to a circle or something, and it ends up being like a medallion or something. Sort of like what Doctor Strange has around his neck, you know, that kind of a thing. Still have the colored gem in the middle, but then have something else colorful and cool on the outside. Useful. Thank you, scaffolding. There's a data pack that I'd write. Removing the limit on scaffolding. Wonder how difficult that would be. But removing the horizontal limit on scaffolding would be fantastic. We're going to have to go back up here and do all this texturing and stuff anyway, but I want to get this out of the way. And of course, I don't have enough stairs. I wonder if that looks better. No, I think I prefer it all the way across. Oh, that was meant to be a jump into the river. 'Twas not. Do, 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 do. Like, we collected at least 8 ink sacks today alone. Just on this one stream. Cosmic would write a scaffolding data pack that removes scaffolding from the game. Or at least its function. Alright, so I'm going to take out one of these corners. I'm kind of curious if it looks better like that. Maybe I won't do it on the back side. Maybe we'll do it on the front. But yeah, I feel like I need to get rid of those and either turn them into terracotta, or probably they're going to look better as andesite blocks, which I do have. Potentially even walls. Where does this stop? Right, so that's what I'm looking at. So we could do an andesite wall here. Or a full block. I'm not crazy about this visual on the inside, so we'll probably go with the full block. Would be my guess. This is still kind of finicky here too. Yeah, not a fan of the wall. Imagine the block probably looks better. Yep. So we'll go with the block. One little check will be changing this to that. And I don't know what we could do here. We can't do... We could do a trapdoor maybe? To fix that on the inside. Yeah, the wall makes like triple wall, which I'm not a fan of. And yeah, I don't think the terracotta works. Hard to see from back here, but see a little terracotta bit there. Oh, painful. So much smacking around today. So at the very least, we want these around here. I'm going to try and remove these bits here, but I don't know what we're going to do to cover that up internally. Or if it really matters. Right, so here, let's do a fall all the way down to the basement. That seems like the first order of business and a very convenient thing to do. And then, so on this side, it'll have like 3 little walls. Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 little walls there. But then on this side, it'll be smooth. Sail away viewer, hello, welcome in. I don't know that you really notice it I think for the ease of designing inside, it's probably going to be better just to do the 3 walls. Because we'd have to use some sort of trapdoor trick inside for this to actually work. So I think we'll just fill it in. Worry about it later. Yeah. Creates a nice line in there. And then we're back to seeing if we have any other things that we can put into cyan terracotta. I'm okay with it being plain. Like, it's not the end of the world, but I might want to put something in there. Maybe we break this up with windows. Maybe the thing to do on this thing is to have like a couple of windows. That's a staircase that I forgot was there. I'm trying to remember. So east, south, west, north, east, south, west, east, south. So maybe a little bit higher. Because we're not going to be able to put them on all 4 sides because there's going to be stairs in the way. So I can't put that. Put it here. Or I guess I could put one, like single wide windows. A little bit weird. But see, I couldn't put it there, right? Like you have to put it up here. So yeah, it doesn't work on all sides. I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather them be symmetrical. I have a pressing question. How many times have you made yourself dizzy going up and down staircases? I've actually had to end streams because back when I was having a lot more computer problems, I still have them from time to time, but back when things were kind of jumpy and I get like the stutter, it's not happening now, which is wonderful. Yeah, it's when if I had shaders on, no deal. I'd be nausea city. Oh yeah, part of the process is definitely falling down. I'm sure McScrewgunn is lurking and chuckling. Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do there. So let's just take a quick look at a wall here and see what we can come up with. Surely I have more terracotta. At least it's a thunder shower. If we had fire tick turned on, I'm pretty sure that just would have lit a couple of things on fire. Like, that would have been a real problem. So both of those are pretty dark compared to the terracotta. That's the right color, but it's very different in terms of the kind of bricks that we've been using. Kind of funny feeling this is going to be too light. That's not bad. We might be able to get away with that. It's supposed to be the fancier part of town. So that at least has enough contrast that it feels like it's an intentional thing. We did this, what I'm thinking of is what we did over here on this yellow tower. We basically snuck in a couple of places where it looked like the terracotta finish had chipped off, you know? So I want to try to do something like that just to break up the tower a little bit. Buggy for real? Am I saying that right? Or bagooey? I prefer bagooey, but like I will call you the way that you want to be called. But it's a good way to get a nickname in my chat is to come in with a funky sounding Twitch handle. It gets shortened or changed. Was light gray wool too light? I think so. Not bad, but if I had to choose between the two, I'd go with the andesite, right? Same thing with, you know, between these two, I would go with this because it's got more blue in it, right? This is very gray and it's a very warm gray, and this is more of a cool gray there. It's Frodo Baggins. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, the light gray is too light. I agree. We'll take that out. And I don't think just regular bricks are going to cut it. I think that's going to look a little bit... I mean, the good news is that's what we have in the rest of the build. But again, like, that's not a cool enough color. It's pretty neutral. These just go just a little bit more blue. Maybe we can do a combination of andesite and andesite. Just every once in a while, just have like a couple of them. You know, on the corner somewhere. Concrete powder is an option. It is indeed. Although, again, this is a warm gray. I don't think you're going to find this. That's right there. That's up there with the wool, right? Same with... That's cool, but it's very, very bright, right? It's too bright. So... that's not too bad. Like... we can't have all three of those. We'd have to choose. I wonder if we did this. I don't know. Honestly, if we did that, I think we maybe just go with a couple of those every once in a while. I don't think Blackstone is going to look good. I don't even know if I have any. No, far too dark. Mm-mm. Nope. Did we try deep slate bricks? I think we did. Yeah. Yeah, if we do wool, it would be instead of andesite. But because we've got andesite now in that little strip through the middle, which you can't see, but it might be good to have andesite. Yeah, there's too much happening in the tough block, I agree. And it doesn't look like any of the other textures that we were using. So there's that too. We'd have to be very specific where we placed. If we had netherite blocks to spare, that would be fun to test. The only other thing I can think of would be one of these, but I don't think this is going to work. Nope. And then the other one would be this one, but we'd be so limited to where we could place it. It's not bad, like it does sort of match, but we wouldn't be able to do it because it's only 3 wide, so you'd see the side in certain places, right? Yep, I think we just go with andesite. Yeah, cobblestone and tuff go very well together. I've done that in places that you can't see right now, but I've definitely done it before. So let's just go, this is the side I keep on looking at, so let's just pop up here. You're at 2 hours, more break. Yeah, wow, I didn't realize that time flies when you're having fun. So sure, yeah. We've got 1, 2, 3. We probably don't want to have them too close together. Oh, really? I only brought 1 andesite? Crap. I think that was the right choice. I think it's going to look pretty good. Provided we do it very sparingly. Like we'll have another one over here maybe. Over this way. Gotta get a look before the sun goes down. We may have to make sure they're not touching. We may have to make sure that there's not, like those two might be too close together. We might have to space them out just a little bit. I don't know, it feels a little bit distracting. I guess I should really finish what's happening up here before I start at this kind of a thing. It felt good in theory, but I'm not 100% on board. Which is usually a good indication for me to just kind of like leave them there and then do something else and walk around and let our brains kind of like soak it in and see what we like and what we don't like. Something that I had to learn was that it's almost better after you throw something in the water on purpose to wait like 10 or 15 seconds before you jump in, because it gives it all the pieces a chance for the momentum to wear off and for them to come back up. I thought that was a creeper for a second. I had a heart attack. How old is this server? Started in 2017, and the build was started in 2020, November of 2020. And we've done all of this. Not the village there, but all the stuff on this kind of like little central peninsula between the rivers. You know, honestly, this is almost an island. This is the only thing that like connects it via land. Everything else, oh no, there's some stuff out here. But yeah, it's very, very close to being an island. How long have I streamed the server? Oh, Cosmic, I think it would be however long Cosmic has been a sub. So however many years is that, Cosmic? The server is 5 years old, and I think I've been streaming for 4.5. Like, I started streaming very shortly after. Actually, I should correct that. I started making videos. I was doing Let's Play videos, and you can go back and watch them at YouTube, Joel Duggan on YouTube. But then the VODs are all at Joel Duggan VODs on YouTube. And those would be this build from start to finish. Like, there's everything in the VODs is on YouTube on Joel Duggan VODs. So if you got the time and you're looking for something cool to watch, I mean, they're real time. There's no cuts. It's all the grind. I mean, creative, fun grind, but just a lot of time in. I'd be curious to tally up how many hours this is. It'd be quite a task. Anyway, as Cosmic pointed out, it is time for a break. I do take breaks once an hour. I try to stick to those. You should too. Stand up, grab a stretch, grab a friend, maybe even a snack, and we will be back in a few minutes. So let's see how much time we can put into this before I gotta go. I do like seeing the yellow. I don't know if I like it up against the red so much, just because it feels very like Asian, I guess. Let's put some of these away. I might need those. Yay, rain, right? Yeah. Said no one on this server ever. Okay. So I wanted to try something with the deep slate tile. Just out of curiosity, I don't think this is going to look good, but I wanted to at least try it to rule it out. Probably Binky, welcome back. I'm going to have some pasta, I think maybe tomorrow night, but tonight's turkey burgers. See, this is a thunder shower, and it didn't tell me that it's a thunder shower by having thunder, but I shouldn't be able to sleep at that time of day. It's weird. That's what it looks like when it's all deep slate brick, and then don't know. Think I like the brick better. Yep. I think we'll just stick with the brick for now. Try to break it up a little bit. Maybe not quite that much, but we'll figure it out. I wonder to try and make this look a little bit more cohesive. If I could use some polished deep slate above the doors and maybe on the very top of everything. So I was thinking about having a window at some point on the bottom. I don't think here would work. Although it's not the end of the world. I definitely want one of these over the door. And if we did a window here, how does that look on the outside? I think that might work. I was watching a time lapse of somebody, I can't remember their name, right, with a Y, and they built a modern city, but it was all creative mode, and it was all like a 17 or 20-minute video on YouTube. And something that I was kind of surprised by was how many completely flat, straight walls they had, and how it still looked good. Like there wasn't a lot of changes in depth. It was just, I mean, which is fine because a lot of the times medieval stuff, that's how it looked, right? But I was surprised at how it looked in Minecraft. So the reason I'm doing this is because it might sort of match the little knobs that we did there. We've got the polished on the top there. And I think I like that. So if your plans to make other bell towers around West Hill, will they be the same design or will you tweak them slightly? I would imagine I would have the same sort of design, but then maybe we could tweak it to be maybe a different color on the top, you know? Yeah, that looks good. We obviously have to fix this side here. I jumped off and I was like, what is that red thing? And then I realized it was a salmon. You don't usually see them that close to the surface. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd change it to be all of them be different colors. Well, like that one over in on the east side would probably be white at the top. I don't know what we would do if we attached one to the keep, right? The keep needs to be like the top of the keep needs to be redesigned. I'm not happy with it. I want it to be a lot bigger. I might even turn it into a decent sized castle. But then anything on the south maybe or east we can go green? I don't know. If we're looking at this now, and if we want this to be, I liked that dark oak strip because it matches the roof. So we'd probably want this to be stairs and a slab. And suddenly salmon. That's like a good Minecraft t-shirt. Suddenly salmon. Oop. Suddenly falling. What could we do up here? So that was originally supposed to have this stuff on it. So maybe, oh, that was not what I planned to do. Let's grab the wood again. And I'm probably going to want, potentially I'm going to want fence gates and posts. Yeah, the dark oak and the red is nice. I feel like we've used that somewhere before. I don't remember where. Pretty soon we're going to have to go for another mangrove tree collection stream. Some of these have got sticks in it somewhere. There we go. What's my favorite build in the city? That is a tough call. I do really like the mansion. Not done yet, so we'll go with my favorite build so far. They all have parts that I like. I really like the one we just finished, too. The funny thing is I think a lot of my favorites are going to be the most recent because I feel like what I started out doing is not as good as it is now. But I'm going to say the mansion for now. I think this was it was a big project and it feels like a cool accomplishment. Yeah, I mean some of these are nice though. I really like this section here. Yeah, I would say the mansion. The mansion for now. Sometimes they've got these really cool parts. Like this as a whole is not a very good build. It's okay. But then this is really cool. So like I like that. But it's just it's in a so-so build. Am I talking about the Citadel from Fortnite? Nope. This is my server called the Citadel. Nothing to do with Fortnite. Cosmic. That's great. Plan to redo other parts of the city? No. No. There's going to be a path where there's some blocks we didn't have. Like we didn't have deep slate. If hanging signs come out before I'm done this city, which they probably will, I'm going to go through and put some of them in. And there are some things I'm going to go back and change, not because I don't like them, but because they were left unfinished because we knew at the time in the news that 1.19 was coming. So we didn't change anything on purpose. So here we might be able to push this out a little bit more. So how do I want to do this? I wanted to have this be more open, guess that doesn't really work, does it? No. This is going to be challenging, designing the top of this. But I wanted to try... What if... Well, wait a minute. How did that get there? Alright, so that goes up to there. Maybe it goes sideways like that. We have like a L shape. I don't mind that. It just feels like it's not enough to hold up the roof. So what if we put that there? Oh, oh crap. Saw that coming a mile away. Probably Binky, yeah. I mean, it's hard to choose, right? Just because I've been invested in the build for so long. Let's just put an extra couple there so I don't have to jump. I don't know about that. I'm starting to lean now on the mangrove wood a little bit more than the terracotta. I still think we can use both, but I think it's going to end up being more mangrove than I first anticipated. So this becomes very open when you're up here, right? Like the view from up here becomes very, very cool when you're no longer looking at just one window. Maybe that has to be straight across like that. I'll get rid of this piece here. Oh, I've got to dump my inventory here. Not enough stuff. Or too much stuff. Or both. I might want to keep those actually. And I don't want the bell to despawn. What? Thank you, Dan. Appreciate the heads up. Oh, that was my face, and that was my ankles. And that's the rain. All right. That gets cleaned up a little bit. Well, at least it's a thunderstorm. Have we lost count today? Like, how many was that? It has to have rained at least every half an hour on the stream. Mike, there is. Hello. Welcome in. We're in the process of trying to redesign the top of a tower here. If I open it up like that, does it then begin... it starts to get a little bit big, but it's not terrible. Like, it's not... I don't think it's pushing the envelope, but that means I'm building right now. I'm building underneath what was the overhang. So I'm not sure about that. I kind of want to maybe try these in a little bit tighter. Because that's supposed to be the overhang on the roof, and it's now no longer overhanging anything. So on this other side, maybe we'll try the same sort of build, but maybe a different location for things. So we'll get rid of this. And then that goes there, attaches there. But then we'll leave that where it is and try... But this is going to connect funny because of the blocks next to it. That's the only problem. Well, maybe it'll look fancier and better. I don't know. What was that? Dark oak? Now I can't get in because of the block. I kind of like that, but we're going to need to do something about the top. The pillars need something. Maybe that's where we can put the mangrove trapdoors. So this needs some sort of depth. They're cool, but they kind of look like targets. It's the only thing. I'm wondering if I should maybe pull down the dark oak in that area. Try one more thing. T7 Meta, I'm using a zooming mod, and Cosmic has a link to it in the chat, but it is called Zoomify, the bottom. I find it one of the better fabric mods for zooming. And I just have it bound to a hotkey. You can do a bunch of different stuff. You can control how fast it is and whether it slows in or slows out, which is nice. That's not bad. We might have to, it might look better once the roof is finished. But I'm surprised how much I like the red terracotta and the mangrove wood. I did not think they were going to go well together, but when you start doing layers, they tend to be okay. Disco Creeper, hello, hello. Yeah, this side feels kind of chunky and put out compared to that side. So I think we'll back some of the stuff in and take a look before I wrap the stream up. They rain down stuff I probably should be collecting. Get the basics up. I don't see anything. I guess I'm collecting all of it. You know, maybe we'll leave the red terracotta on this side just to kind of see what it looks like. It may be okay. Maybe even try a different kind of design at the top. That. Oh, I'm running the fences. I don't think anything was dropping down here, but we'll check. Oh, yep. The fence that I'm missing. Imagine that. Perfect. A little bit flat unless we do something with the top of those pillars. Yeah, that's too much of the red terracotta. As much as you like it, Cosmic, as much as I like it, I feel like we might have to go with just a little bit. It's almost like it's too rich for the build area. Like here, I think it looks fine. And we'll obviously change this to be something nicer, stairs and slabs and that kind of thing. Okay, well, I think I'm going to let this stew for a bit. If you have enjoyed this, then make sure you leave a follow. We're going to pass you along to JWisp, playing some Minecraft. So stick around. Your Minecraft day will continue. Thanks very much for all the subs today. I truly appreciate it. We are up to, looks like, a little over 100 subs now on the channel, and that is essential for me to continue to do this as my job. And I can't thank you all enough. Make sure you check out the Citadel Cafe that's going to be posted in probably about an hour, and also check out the Spawn Chunks. They had a new show come out on Monday. They, as in we, because I'm on that show. And what else is going on? Probably a stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday, so probably a stream tomorrow, and then Lego on Friday, starting the shuttle discovery from NASA, which is going to be very, very cool. That's going to be several weeks. It's probably going to be a couple of months working on that. So don't miss that Lego stream on Friday. And then, of course, back to Minecraft on the weekend. I'm Joel Duggan on social media, very easy to find. And again, I hope to be back tomorrow. I do let people in my Discord know when I'm going to stream ahead of time. Today, I gave a little bit of a heads up on Twitter, but Discord, I try to let people know in the morning if I'm going to be streaming in the afternoon, depending on how much work I need to get done ahead of that. That's it. Easy breezy. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye for now.